morning, and thank you so much for tuning in to your first ever Monday edition of Wasatch Weekends. Today is May 15th, and we love getting to be here each and every day, and we're really excited about this new expansion. So a lot of fun things have been happening this weekend here with Wasatch Weekends. Not only can you catch us every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but now you can see us on Mondays, and the Saturday show is an hour long. I'm your host today, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to be here to bring you some wonderful information about things taking place in and around our community. Now we've got a great show in store for you for the next 30 minutes of Wasatch Weekends. We're going to introduce you to the woman behind Craft Lake City, which is a really fun DIY festival that takes place. This is its 15th year, so you're not going to want to miss out on it, especially because they're doing some very fun expansions, and we're going to give you some more information in just a little bit on that. Then we're going to introduce you to a fabulous TV show that you're not going to want to miss out on. I'm so excited about all of the wonderful things that are coming up in our community, especially as we get closer to summer. But let's take a look at that local weather forecast right now.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Something we all get to enjoy is the Craft Lake City DIY Festival, and we're here with the director, the executive director, Angela H. Brown. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I just love PCTV. It's an honor to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you here, and especially because this is the 15th annual, and so you guys make it bigger and better each and every year. You do something so special, and for people who have not yet attended Craft Lake City, can you give us some more information about what it goes on and all of the fun that's to be had there?
Yes, so as you mentioned, this is a very special year for us because this is our 15th year. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is essentially to elevate, promote, and inspire local artisans through science, technology, and art. And one of the biggest ways that we really execute this mission is through this annual DIY festival. And as I mentioned, this is our biggest year yet. It's a celebration of all 15 years. It's going to happen the second weekend of August, which is August 11th. 12th and 13th down at the Utah State Fair Park.
Now, if people want to buy tickets to attend the incredible festival, where can they go to find the tickets?
Yes, so we have tickets for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are doing a VIP ticket, which is only good for Friday night. And this VIP ticket is so cool. It's giving you access to our headliners, to celebrate our big and, 15 milestone. We're bringing some national acts. And so you can get like front row seats to see them, as well as access to the Utah's own VIP area, which has sampling from a bunch of different local craft foodies and craft makers. And you actually get to meet the people who are making these really great goods. And those tickets will be on sale at craftlakecity.com. So you can just go to our website and purchase them there, or 24tix.com.
Which is incredible because it is a 3-day festival filled with fun, and I don't know who doesn't love art, music, science, and technology. You're bringing both the right and left brain thinkers together in this really unique way.
Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you brought up the science and technology component, because that is something that's really unique about our event is we have all of the local artisans, over 300 of them in one space, as well as our Google Fiber STEM building, which has all the local makers that are, using kind of the scientific method to create really fun and engaging activities for people of all ages. We also do have a kids area as well for those of you that are looking to bring their families to an engaging area. And then we have local food trucks and local businesses that are serving food too.
Which is so nice because you can make this an all-day activity where you can go and explore each and every component. And now let's talk more about this kids area because it's something that's really unique and it gives these kids such a wonderful opportunity to show their early onset entrepreneurship.
It's true. And that is on, I think you're talking about Kid Row, which happens on Saturday, which is so fun. And this is, again, a really unique aspect about our festival. And that's where we take makers 18 and under and give them the opportunity to sell their handmade wares and really become entrepreneurs and learn all those skills that go with selling your own creations. And that happens on Saturday, which is August 12th from noon until 4 p.m. So if you want to go support those youth entrepreneurs, make sure that you show up on Saturday, August 12th between noon and 4 p.m.
Which is such a great way to just show your support and also introduce your kids to the endless possibility of curiosity and entrepreneurship because it definitely sparks that trigger in some kids' minds that they can go, wow, I could do this and I could create something just as well as this person could, or I could learn to create something, which then gives the kids an opportunity to learn that new skill. Now, as people are hearing about this, they're getting excited for it. You guys have a lot of vendors, so let's talk about what people can expect from all the vendors.
Oh, yes. You can expect anything from, time-honored craft techniques like crochet or tatting, all the way up to like illustration. And then, of course, ceramics, things like that. But, the designs that these makers are creating using these time-honored techniques are definitely not your grandma's designs. These are really fun, contemporary, very fun and unique designs that, stuff that you can, like really functional art that you can use and in your house or beautiful art that you can hang on your walls. And it's all for an affordable price. And then best of yet, you really get that satisfaction of knowing that you're supporting local and you're helping to empower these local artisans to keep creating, keep making, and to keep their local businesses afloat.
Which I think is one of the most important parts, and especially about our wonderful community. We like to stand together, we like to show support for our artists, and we like to help build this community. Now, you guys do such a good job at bringing so many different walks of life to your festival for people to enjoy. And so let's talk about what originally started the Craft Lake City DIY Festival.
Yes. So, I originally started the Craft Lake City DIY Festival 15 years ago because I really saw an opportunity for us to bring all of these incredible local makers and creators together in one area, not only for them to network and get to know each other, but also so our community could realize that we have this talent here. I think a lot of times we kind of look towards major cities as kind of being these like bastions for creative culture, when really we have that here in our own backyard. It's just about kind of getting individuals together and giving people the opportunity to really showcase their talent. And then also giving the community members the opportunity to come and support them and be educated about, these individuals that are part of our community that are really making it a fun place to live through their creations.
Now, all of the exhibits are filled this year since it's right around the corner, but if people are interested in maybe displaying one of their beautiful crafts next year, when do open enrollments for the 2024 and the 16th year of Craft Lake City open?
That is such a great question. We actually open applications in January. So mark your calendars for January 2024. And they run all the way through April. And then we announce kind of end of April, early May. So that's the timeline. We also do have a holiday market up in Ogden that we started around 5 years ago. And those applications will actually be opening really soon, the first week of August, and those will run until mid-September. So that's a smaller show. It's up at the Ogden Union Events Train Depot, that historic building up there. And that's a lot of fun too. But the big event, those applications open in January.
For people to participate in the fun, show their work, show their passions, and show their love. Now, if you had to pick one thing that you're most excited for as we are approaching the 15th year, what is it?
Oh, it is so hard to answer that question. I just adore every single aspect about the festival. But if I had to choose one specific area, I am so excited about all of the really great performers that we have. We have 2 stages booked all day long, all 3 days with local performers. And then again, we have national headliners on Friday and Saturday. So you definitely want to come down, plan to spend the day, enjoy some of the wonderful food from local food vendors, watch some great entertainment, browse in the Science and Technology building and have some fun interactive exhibits there, and then take home some local art.
There's no better way than celebrating our community with the local art and the local goods. That's something that is so unique and so special. And you can catch a lot of these incredible vendors at some of our local farmers markets that we have throughout the summer. But this is a great way to see them all showcased in one area.
It's so true. And, we also have a lot of first time vendors. We hear that all the time that, people that came to the festival were so inspired by what they saw that they wanted to be part of it. And so they submitted an application the next year and got in, and that was the start of their business plan. So that's something that's also really unique. Like you mentioned, we have a lot of like really popular established makers that are at a lot of the other local markets, but then paired with people that you've never seen before. That this is their very, very first time. And it's so fun to have a conversation with one of those new makers that's never ever showed their work before, and just see that empowerment, just see people supporting them. That is one of the reasons why I do what I do, is just I love seeing people just become entrepreneurs and be supported by our community.
Angela, we are so excited for Craft Lake City to take place. Now, one more time, if people are interested in buying tickets to any or all of the days, where can they find the information online?
Yes. So you can purchase tickets to the Craft Lake City DIY Festival at craftlakecity.com or 24tix.com.
Angela, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and really thank you for giving all of these wonderful entrepreneurs, artists, and makers an opportunity to showcase their work. It is an exquisite opportunity, and it's really inspiring, and it shows the love and support that our wonderful community has.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for the work that you do with your show. And it's just such a pleasure to be here.
It is such a pleasure to chat with you, and I love empowered women, empowering other people to do what they love and show their passions. And so I appreciate you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you.
Make sure that you check out the Craft Lake City DIY Festival, as they are celebrating 15 years, and you're not going to want to miss it. They make it bigger and better each and every year, and there's going to be some really cool things taking place this year, so mark your calendars for August. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned. A show you're not going to want to miss out on is Black Ink Crew LA, and the reason is because there is always something happening on the show, and it's fascinating to watch. Well, I have the opportunity to sit down with Katrina Cat Tat Jackson. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You have a busy life, as we were just talking off camera. How do you have time to balance everything that you do?
It's definitely a matter of just taking it day by day, taking things one step at a time. I found that that's what works for me. I don't try to overwhelm myself with, too much. I just take things one step at a time and, not let too much get to me.
And how long did you know that you wanted to be a tattoo artist?
I would say when I was 16, I started taking my art really seriously. And that's when kids in high school started sneaking off and getting tattoos. And I was the one that they had draw their designs. So when I was 17, I got my first tattoo, and I drew the design and I brought it to the tattoo shop. And from there, I knew that it was something that I wanted to do.
Which I think is so cool. I love when people get to live their passions out, and especially when you find them at such an early age. Now, you were in Chicago with the Black Ink Crew there, so what's it like switching to LA?
Yeah, Chicago's my home. That's, what raised me and made me who I am today. So once we got that platform of Black in Chicago, I just used it to my advantage. And I had now a national audience and fans and clients from all over the country. So that allowed me to move to LA. And it definitely wasn't like an overnight success thing. I kind of moved to LA and fell flat on my face for the first couple years, but I just kept pushing and kept grinding, and eventually opened up my own shop. And now things have come full circle with Black Ink LA. So I just feel very, very blessed and grateful that I've stayed the course and never gave up. And now I'm enjoying the fruits of that labor.
It's exciting to hear people when they have these success stories and they talk about the trials and tribulations that they face, because sometimes people will watch something like your show and be like, wow, I wish that I had the opportunity to do that, yet you've put in so much hard work and such an effort and that labor of love to get to where you are now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always been important to me to not only show the good, but just be transparent and talk about everything that I've endured on this journey. So I enjoy bringing people along with me on that.
And now we were talking, you are super busy between this show and then your fiance's kind of career and life. How do you kind of balance all of it and make sure that you're taking care of your mental health too?
I just try to stay present. I think that's the main thing. Just, if you think about the future and if you think about everything coming up, or if you think about, flying to Boston, like for the games, or being in California, raising the business and being pregnant, like it's just a lot if you think about it like that. So I stay present and I focus on today and the tasks that I handle today. And that's what gets me through.
Now, since you started being inspired to be a tattoo artist at such a young age, if there's someone watching this interview who is also kind of dreaming of the same aspirations that you're currently living, what piece of advice do you wish that someone would have given 16-year-old you so that you can share it with other 16-year-olds who might be interested?
I would just say, just stay true to what you're passionate about and really be a sponge, absorb every piece of knowledge that it comes to, with whatever you want to do. Like, perfect your craft, invest in your business, keep learning, and just stay true to what it is and keep going, first and foremost.
Which I think is such great advice, and especially for the younger generation. Now, for people who have never watched Black Ink Crew, as they're watching the show, what can they expect?
They can just expect to see just someone chasing their dreams. Like, a lot of people know where I come from. They got to see me years ago, and now they get to see what I've accomplished. And like I said, I'm transparent about what I've been through. So I know a lot of people can relate to what I'm going through. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. People at home that might not, know how to get through something or, how to accomplish something. And, I hope to inspire people with that.
And then, of course, the incredible works of art that you are gifting people. And I know that there are a lot of people who, with each and every tattoo they receive, they feel more comfortable in their own skin. And you are one of the most incredible tattoo artists I've ever seen. I totally went on and nerded out about all of your work. And so you get to change people's lives not only by being vulnerable and transparent with where you've come from, but also by giving people this thing that's going to stick with them for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of beautiful tattoos being done with me. You get to see me pregnant or like tattooing 9 months pregnant. I think that's something that people are like, what, like you're still working? Like, yeah, I'm grinding the whole time. And also my whole team, they're all amazing artists. And you get to really see, why they're part of Enigma and, why I brought them along to my shop because they're just as amazing.
Now, as an artist yourself, for multiple things, obviously you started with art and you transformed it into tattooing. Who were some of the people that you looked up to as artists when you were getting into art?
My mom, she was the first artist that I ever known. I remember being a little girl and her just picking up a pencil and drawing portraits of me and my brothers. So she's definitely been my first inspiration as an artist. And then I think the deeper that I got into my career, I used to read Kat Von D's books and just seeing where she took her career as a tattoo artist. She was the first person that I saw that actually made it. Like, so if she's a tattoo artist and if she can make it big, then I can too. So Kat Von D was one of my biggest inspirations as well.
I love her and I love watching her story. Now, if people are interested in watching Black Ink Crew, where can they find it?
Mondays, 9/8 Central on VH1.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and sharing your vulnerability. You have a power to change the world, and you are doing such a good job of doing it.
Thank you so much, Maddie. It was great talking to you.
It was great chatting with you as well. Make sure that you check out Black Ink Crew on VH1 because it is an incredible show, and her story is so inspiring, so you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
want to thank you so much for tuning into your Monday edition of Wasatch Weekends. We're really excited about the expansion, now getting to be here every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we love getting to be here for the full hour on Saturday to bring you so much wonderful information about things taking place in and around our community, helping you maybe dive a little bit deeper into your cooking skills, and so much more. So make sure that you tune in next Friday, or I should say this Friday, to catch all of the fun that we've got going on in the upcoming weeks. Now we want to thank you again for tuning in. Make sure that you tune in again on Friday. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to be here each and every morning, so I'll see you on Friday.